Hello everyone, this video we want to dedicate to one of the most hotly debated topics in the field of immigration for 2023. In May, a bill was introduced in the US Congress that, if passed, will completely change the process of relocation in the United States. This is important because it concerns immigration control issues as well as the upcoming presidential elections. And today we will try to discuss in detail all the upcoming changes and how it will affect the issuance of green cards. Donald Trump, who won the election in 2016 as part of that pre-election campaign, promised to tighten the flow of migration to the United States, specifically reduce its level, and also give preference to Americans rather than immigrants from other countries in terms of jobs. This year, he is also a candidate in the presidential race with quite realistic chances of winning, as well as maintaining his tough stance on migration issues. In anticipation of the elections, there will be more and more discussions, so we will closely monitor the news. US authorities are already forced to consider changes to immigration laws, as America is indeed suffering from an excess of migrants. At present, there are more than 11 million illegal migrants in the country. A portion of them crossed the border using illegal methods, while others remained in the USA with a visa that has expired. This compelled the US to start developing a new immigration reform. Though the reform hasn't been adopted, info about it has already leaked to the press. In this video, we will discuss what changes will affect the immigration system of America in the near future. And how will this affect the issuance of green cards? In May 2023, two bills were issued by Democrats and Republicans, demonstrating that the government is aware of the complex immigration situation and proposing solutions to this situation. On May 10, 2023, Representative Linda Sanchez introduced the United States Citizenship Act, which impacts 11 million undocumented immigrants as well as specific agricultural workers, offering them an accelerated passport program. The law also proposes that all other illegal migrants who have passed a background check and pay taxes can apply for citizenship after 5 years of living in the United States without the risk of deportation. He also makes reforms to family migration laws in order to preserve families, restoring visas from previous years to address delays in queues, as well as equating spouses and children under 21 to the closest relatives of the green card holder, thereby allowing them to obtain their legal status faster and ensuring timely reunification of families. This suggests the disappearance of the F2A visa category, which was established precisely to provide legal status to spouses and children under 21 years old when their relatives obtained a green card or a visa for the United States of America. Additionally, based on this bill, there is a plan to simplify the procedure of obtaining a green card for certain low-paid professions, as well as for degrees earned from American universities, specifically in STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The bill also expands existing protective measures. For example, in the event of the death of a green card holder, his family members can still stay in the United States, have legal status, and also be eligible for benefits. The children of grooms or unknown US citizens will be able to claim legal status. This law ensures equal conditions for both biological children of residents and adopted children, who will still be considered close relatives as long as they are not 21 years old when applying for a green card. Additionally, the law grants the right to claim legal status to children, regardless of whether their parents are known US citizens or not. As for the Republicans, they have a slightly different perspective on these issues. They suggest implementing a so-called dignity status for undocumented immigrants, which would be granted to migrants for a period of 7 years, specifically to those who can demonstrate their adherence to the law. And if they meet certain conditions, then in this case, they will be able to apply for a green card and obtain US citizenship within another 5 years. However, both sentences at this moment are purely theoretical in nature. It is extremely difficult to imagine how this will be implemented in the current conditions of the United States immigration system. And it will also be unjust to those migrants, including undocumented migrants, who who have been waiting for their legal status for a considerable number of years. However, the government of the United States has taken changes in migration quite seriously, occasionally making decisions that are quite extreme. There are numerous alarming reforms and proposals that can be noted, all of which are aimed at refugees. In short, it is proposed to expand the practices of transit ban, family centers, as well as the program Remain in Mexico, which assumes that refugees who want to request asylum in the United States will have to wait for a decision on their asylum application in camps on Mexican territory. An additional and significant proposal was a prohibition on the issuance of humanitarian passports. This means that people will not be able to enter the territory of the United States even under the pretext of life and death. In 2023, it's hard to predict how migration to the US will change, as it depends on factors such as government actions, economic situation, and upcoming elections. Nevertheless, there are valid grounds to believe that this year could be highly pivotal in the history of migration in the United States, and we have a strong expectation that this could lead to further significant changes in the foreseeable future. On the other hand, a pleasant plus of these reforms is that they do not affect all categories of migrants, but mainly only illegal migrants. If we are discussing legal relocation, for instance, via work visas, business visas, or for example, talent visas, which do not necessitate employers, businesses, or investments, then the quantity of such visas issued annually is increasing, and consequently, migrants of this type are highly regarded in the United States at present, and it is relatively simple to acquire them. If interested in consultation on relocating to the USA, if considering programs for yourself, or generally interested in understanding how it can look for you, come to our consultations. They're free. We'll be happy to talk, offer programs that may suit you. Thank you. Have a nice day.